thought, judging by this picture, that all was well happy and well clappy with these two royal couples. In fact, when you think about it, and it's been reported now, it seemingly was only Mike and Zara that made any effort to reach out to the former royals known as Harry and Meghan. But as ever in the world of Harry and Meghan, things have taken a turn for the worst. And this really could prove very detrimental in pushing their brand, wokeness, whatever they're doing, forward. What is it though? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you so much for joining me today. Nice to have your company, and thank you to all those converts for Horlicks. As I've said before, truly, I'm not paid by it. I just like to share things, you know. A lot of people, when you're out and about, you know, filming on the road, it's very expensive because cafes are pricey, aren't they, just for a cup of tea, you know. And then if they have to sort of give you a table as well. I love the way, have you noticed, I don't know if it's like this in your part of the world, how cafes now make it really uncomfortable for you to stay longer. You know, you're sort of sitting on a spike that's masquerading as a buffet. Have you noticed that? You can't get your feet to the ground, or it's rock hard, so uncomfortable you think, might as well leave. That's all a ploy. Take your money and get out there. I know, there's a bit of advice for you. Back as ever though to your breaking story of the day. This particular story really is very significant when you think, because at one point Prince Harry could really call upon a lot of close members of the British monarchy and call them chums. And for obvious reason, you know, he was likeable, fun and relatable, not just within the royal family, but relatable across the board. He was the most popular prince, simply because, as he pointed out, he doesn't have all the responsibility that his elder brother, Prince William, has. But now things have really taken a turn for the worse, because, as we now know, this happened. That's right, this time last week, this particular statement was leaked out to the media. And this was all really stemming from the fact that Mike Tyndall, who we've told you about, an ex-rugby player from Yorkshire, speaks his mind, as you do, and he let it be known that he thought Prince Harry was a certain thing. I think what's interesting here is, you know, Mike really isn't sort of that sort of prized into anything about what he can say and what he can't say, obviously. And I think a lot of people felt that he was speaking his mind, and rightly so. But it did sort of reverberate around the world. But now, according to a very good source, Mr. Tyndall, as I say, who's a very likeable chap, very down to earth, you know, calls a spade a spade. I can see why Princess Anne might get on, because, you know, she's quite a formidable lady, as I've said, met her on numerous occasions. And she's not difficult, you know, people think that. She's just not difficult. She says exactly what's on her mind, which is fabulous, because then you don't have to worry too much. But for her and Mike, apparently they're very close. But he was talking to another colleague recently, very good source, who told me this. As far as Mike's concerned, now he's sort of really fed up, and I'm lightening the language there, of the negativity that Harry and Meghan have brought towards the British monarchy, particularly on this spectacular year for our gracious monarch. At, you know, 96 years old, 70 years on the throne, she could do with a bit of respite. And he's basically saying, well, if he thinks or hears anything more negative, then he won't be too shy in speaking out in defence of his family. Not just his own family, but of course, you know, his own family literally around him. He said that too many people are too frightened to say things and, you know, tread on eggshells, but why shouldn't it be put out there in the public domain? Now, as we know, the royals have this sort of mantra, never complain, never explain. But it seems now, if you're Harry and Meghan, I would be very careful just not to anger Mr. Mike Tyndall, because he really is an outspoken sort of character. And as I said, won't be too shy in sharing with the rest of the world exactly what he and possibly many others think. And that really could resonate and reverberate around the brand of Harry and Meghan. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.